Well, hello there, friends, and welcome to Virtual Strangers 73. I'm your host, Wes. With me, as always, my good friend, Ruuts. Ruuts, we did it. We made it. We're here.
Yeah, we did actually. And what's funny is I was having all sorts of audio issues. I didn't think I was gonna make it. I didn't know I was running out of time. Just so many issues, but we got it all ironed out. I'm assuming everybody can hear everything, and we're good to go.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be Sunday if there weren't some kind of an issue going on, right?
Yeah, it's the end of the week. Monday starts tomorrow. We're gonna go back to work, and everybody will complain that we have to work again. So let's just enjoy the Sunday as it is. I'm just kind of, I tried to go into I told everybody, okay, I'm going to go into Jupiter grad last night and couldn't do it. And then, so I said, okay, I'll do it before the stream, after the stream. Now I got to go to Denver to pick up somebody. And then after we finish. And so I thought I'll do it before. And I don't know what's going on, man. And I'm kind of asking, I guess I'm bringing it up for person or anybody that's had the index that's tried to play Jupiter grad. When you went to play it, did it like bring up I don't know if it's the logo for the company in purple or whatever, and it would show it like it's going to come on, and then it went to black? Because I'm not sure if I did something, because I've had so many weird issues lately. I don't know if I did something that caused an issue or if they fixed it for the index and they broke it for everybody else. I don't know what's going on, but I was able to play it yesterday on Viveport, and I even went into Viveport again today after I bought it on Steam because that's how much I like the game. I can't get it to play on Viveport anymore either. It just goes black, and so I ended up playing Anderson for a little bit, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. So it worked for you via Viveport before, but today it doesn't work for you via Steam or Viveport.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if maybe I don't know what's going on. I thought maybe it was the Steam copy. There was a Viveport. I thought, oh, screw it, I'll just play Viveport again. No, you're not playing it Viveport Ruuts. So I don't know. I need if somebody's tried it on an index, is that what it was like for you? And then I guess Wes, you'll be checking it out. Mamefan probably will be as well off the Steam copy I bought. So we'll see. We'll see if you guys have the same issues or not.
DLG27 says, doing that with my quests with link through Viveport also. So there you go. It's not just you. Apparently, I haven't tried it yet. I've got it installed because we were going to do, like Rich just mentioned, we were going to do Jupitergrad and Anderson for the Monday show this week. And but I haven't tried it yet. I have both of those installed. Haven't tried either of them yet. Been a busy week at work. I guess I should go ahead and remind everyone that the Monday show is not going to be on Monday this week. My work schedule has changed. I'm working nights for the next 2 days, and then I'm off for like a week and a half. So we're gonna do the Monday show on Wednesday this week. Be sure that you don't miss it. Again, Jupitergrad, Anderson. If something happens and we can't get into Jupitergrad, I think we had 2 or 3 other new releases, or at least stuff that's new to us, that we can try out and talk about. But in addition to that, Ruuts, I mean, it seems like it was just yesterday, but here it is again, Game of the Month time.
I know, it's crazy, dude, right? Time's flying, dude.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, this is how quickly time is flying for me. I swear to God, I'll go to somebody's house and it'll say I was there a month ago, and I feel like it was like last week, and I'm like, this thing's confused the software, but then it's been a month, and I don't know if maybe my mind's just melding with time and I just forget what's going on, but it seems like time is really going by fast.
Yeah, man, that's the quickening, I like to call it. It's I don't know. It's a combination of another things, a few things rather, and probably more suited for an episode of Dark Frequencies than Virtual Strangers. But I feel you. It seems like the farther we go, the faster we go, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. And as long as it gets VR here faster, all the high AAA games, I'm good.
Yeah, absolutely. At least let me fast forward through. If the next month is as fast as this last month was, then it's going to be like tomorrow I'm going to have my reverb in my hands.
That's exactly what it's going to be like. You're going to have it soon. And then, Scion was saying I guess, did MRTV made a video that was, he was saying that it was 5 reasons not to get the reverb, for people like this is why you should get it. And then for the people that, might have issues, this is why you shouldn't. And he said one of the issues was putting your controllers up close to your face. That it was like, for contractors is why Scion said he couldn't do it. Now, my assumption is that over a short amount of time, they'll tweak it and they'll put software in there, kind of like Oculus did, right? To make up for that. And maybe you'll see it go away. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but.
No, he did a video. Actually, I think Contractors was one of the games that he played, if I'm not mistaken. It's pretty much if you bring your controllers up to where they're touching your HMD, then you'll lose tracking for a second. But I mean, it's not something that I would think would cause someone any kind of like ongoing issues or anything. Well, we're going to find out soon enough, and I'm going to report back. But I've watched all of Sebastian's videos on the Reverb G2, and I have absolutely no concern. I'm confident that I'm going to be blown away when I get it.
Yeah, me too. I think it's going to be amazing.
But I lost my train of thought there, Ruuts. Anyway, the Monday show, again, on Wednesday this week. Be sure to tune in for that. A great episode planned for you. If you haven't checked out the last episode of the Monday show, the Monday show 52, I highly suggest that you all go back and watch the Monday show 52. I felt like it was one of our better episodes that we've ever done, Ruuts.
Yeah, it was definitely really good. That was the most recent one, or right? Correct?
Yeah. The one, the most recent one. We talked about 3 awesome games, and then we talked about some of the signs of the times, some of the things that we're seeing that point out that the next gen isn't something that's far off in the future, but is rather happening right now all around us.
Yeah. Well, I agree. I think it was a really good episode, and they definitely should check it out and subscribe if they're not already.
But one of the things we were talking about, Ruuts, and a lot of the different points we touched on, we've seen progress with through the last week. More information on the Reverb G2. We've got more information on the Oculus Quest, or at least some new rumors about the Oculus Quest, the new version. We've got a lot more information about Facebook Horizon. And one of the things that we were recently talking about on another episode of the Monday show was just the general acceptance of VR and VR in the public consciousness. And we got some further evidence of that this week. Did you see this Baba Yaga, this interactive? I don't know how interactive it is, but this VR experience that's coming to us from Baobab Studios. Have you seen the news on that?
I did, actually. It said something about big screen, right? It was tied to big screen, or there's all sorts of big screen news that I saw that I was blowing me away. Like, I guess they own all sorts of rights to 3D video, right? A lot of 3D video.
Oh, the big screen thing was a separate thing that I wanted to talk about. But big screen. Few rumors when it comes to big screen. Kind of the thing that we've been calling for is more content from big screen and newer content from big screen, and it appears that we're getting just that because big screen announced this week that they're close to finalizing a deal with another motion picture company that's going to give them access to hundreds of both 2D and 3D titles. But in addition to that, and this is the big thing, Ruuts, big screen at some point in the very near future is going to be premiering a never before seen movie. So when a movie, and I don't know which movie it is, they haven't said yet, but when said movie hits the theaters And when it hits on demand through your cable provider, it's also going to hit big screen at that very same time. And this is kind of the one thing, again, that we've been waiting for, the thing we've been calling for. And unless it's just the biggest piece of crap movie that ever was, I think we all kind of need to get out there and support it. Show the motion picture companies that big screen and VR is a viable platform to allow for things like this. And even if it isn't your favorite movie, when maybe next time when something that you really like comes out, maybe we can get that in big screen.
That's true. And I was noticing earlier, I was looking at the Microsoft store when I was going into Flight Simulator last night, and it was advertised that you could get for $20, you could get streamed into your house the new Bill and Ted's movie, and for $25 you could own it. And I was like, really? Like, I guess it was straight to, really, Bill and Ted's straight to video. But I'm thinking that's what we're going to start seeing, because nobody's going to the movies anymore, and it's just getting worse and worse. And how much can these movie theaters stay open? They can't, they don't have unlimited money. So
yeah, I think that certainly in today's climate, the marketplace is not a very friendly thing to the physical cinema business, but it's very conducive to the virtual cinema business. And that's kind of the reason why I wanted to point it out, is this kind of changing attitude toward VR from the motion picture industry as a whole. The musicians have been embracing VR for a while, but only now are the movie houses coming around. And this big screen deal is evidence of that. Baba Yaga, like I was just speaking about a moment ago, is evidence of that as well, because Baba Yaga, like I said, is an upcoming VR video experience. I'll hold on a second. I've got technical difficulties here, but it's an upcoming VR video experience from Baobab Studios, and we reported on it before that it was casting Daisy Ridley in the lead role, which is kind of a big deal. She's a fairly well-known actress, but now we've learned that joining her is going to be Jennifer Hudson, Kate Winslet, and Glenn Close. So, some of the who's who in Hollywood coming over to join Daisy Ridley in this feature. And this is just one of many. We talked about Gnomes and Goblins recently that Jon Favreau is producing for us. And the list just goes on. And I think it's very indicative not only of a change in attitude from the entertainment industry, but in the public consciousness as a whole. It's kind of a big deal that all of these big names are getting behind VR.
Yeah, it's bullshit, because it's Quest only, and I don't have a Quest. I can't watch Baba Yaga, Wes. I don't know what it is. Didn't know about it yesterday, but now I'm pissed. So maybe I need to get a Quest.
I think you will. I think you're going to get one of the new ones, because if the rumor, I don't want to get off on a tangent here, but if the rumor has it correctly, and this is just a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt, but the more expensive version is going to give you a little bit more memory to deal with this time, 256 gigabytes. And the kicker is, it is expected, if the rumor is true again, that the more expensive unit is actually going to cost $400 this time instead of $500.
That's what I want. I want 400, 250. 256 is, I'd probably like it doubled, but we're starting to actually talk about real numbers, as far as because it's 4 times what yours is right now, right? And double what the other ones are. So
yeah, trust me, dude, that is an ocean of memory for Quest titles. You'd be able to probably store the whole library on that.
Yeah, especially since we're moving so fast. Quest 3 will be out in a year anyway, and you'll be throwing that shit away. Maybe not a year, maybe 2 years.
Yeah, yeah, right. Everything moves so quickly, it's going to be trash, right? Before we even know it.
Yep.
Anyway, I didn't want to get off on a big tangent about the big screen and the Baba Yaga. I just thought it was something cool. I wanted to mention. It seems like there's another one of these stories every week, Roots, of something in the entertainment industry embracing VR, helping to grow VR. I think that it's safe to say that VR is all the rage right now, dude.
It is absolutely, because everybody feels like another lockdown is coming. Everybody's probably scrambling to get their headsets, right? And then the main reason is the entertainment industry is dying. It's scrambling. It's I mean, if it's been underwater for like 2 minutes and it's trying to get to the surface, so it'll take anything. And it's now realizing that the VR industry is booming, and so now it's just shifting to that instead. And so I think they're being forced now to do what they should have done before. So
Yeah, and I think that it kind of sucks that it had to come this way, but the world's misfortune is our lucky day, because I mean everything about the virtual reality as a technology is perfect for today's climate, not only for consumers, but for businesses, for these actors and actresses who can't go work on a set anymore. They can voice act now. I mean, just everything about it. It's like the stars lining up perfectly to further our technology. We probably made up years of progress this year just because of the state of the world.
yeah, how long do you think it is until there's a celebrity that is not real, like just 100% artificial intelligence, that every movie, every time you've ever seen it, it just is so good that you think it's a real person? And I don't know, man. Weird to think about.
I think we'll see it in our lifetime for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Max Headroom, bro.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I want Max. I want it for real.
Max Headroom 2000 coming back at you.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think the people are here. I think they want to hear us talk about some game Roots. Some game, just one.
Yeah.
Some games. Gamescom this week. Tons of news coming out. I mean, too much to even put in the show, really. Had to trim it down a little bit. But the chat filling out nicely. Scion is in the house. Recycled. Meow Mix. Looks like you're in there, Roots. Hussein X, Slayblaze. Andrew Kiros. How's it going, Andrew? Jarillo. Roots Jarillo's here for the start of a show and for a change. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is actually crazy. I think he's upset that games aren't being put out for Index. And I think he's got a good point, right? I think that's what it was all about. That Jupiter Grod, like it's not like the Index is a second class headset. It's the best out there, consumer wise, or one of them. And when a game comes
it's the best out there for another month or so anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so it's just weird when you see something come out of the box that isn't curtailed for the Index. And I understand what the dev said. They don't have a kit, but like there's so many people out there that, when your beta couldn't, I don't know how that works. Does that work? Would it help them to find those issues through Index beta players, or could they do that without a kit?
I don't think that beta testers would do them any good if they didn't have have the Index itself to actually develop on. You know what I mean? Because what are you going to do? Take feedback and then what? I mean, there's nothing you can do with it
unless you have. I'm sorry. Sorry, it doesn't work for you. We can't fix it.
Right. So yeah, I kind of get it. Index. As great as it is, it's been around a year. Most of these games are in development for 2, 3, 4 years. I got to imagine that it probably started on either the Rift or the Vive, and then the other one was picked up over time. So I get it. I got to imagine now that people are buying the game and they've got some cash flow coming in. It won't be long before they get an Index and they have Index support running on it. So
yeah. That's exactly why I bought the game. I enjoyed it for free on Viveport Infinity so much. I figured I should own it, right?
Right. But Roy Schwartz, Recycled, Paradise Decay, in the house, DLG, Overgees, Boyd Cat. We got a pretty good crew today, Roots. So let's start off. Soren B, what's up, man?
Gamer tag.
Gamertag. Well, Gamertag message just hit it. I'm going the other direction.
Oh, I'm
What's up, GT? Thanks for
gotcha.
coming by, buddy. But let's talk about Gamescom Roots, and let's talk about, of course, what I think is the story of the week, and that is Medal of Honor Above and Beyond. You know, this game was conspicuously absent from the news for what, 6 months or so?
Mm.
Kind of just quietly in development, and we've kind of been expecting as the remainder of the year gets shorter and shorter, kind of expecting an announcement of a release date on it. And while we didn't get a date per se, Roots, we did get a new story trailer and we got a release window. This game expected to hit Oculus Rift platform in holiday 2020. So while everybody's opening up their new console gifts, the rest of us are going to be over here playing Medal of Honor.
You're going to be checking this out on Revive on your G2, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I'll probably have to play it on my Quest at first, truth be told, because generally these new games they aren't supported by Revive for like a week or two.
Yeah. Well, Great Tantrum says that's a AAA VR game right there. It has to be. It definitely looks like it. Now, let me ask you this, Wes, because I've heard rumors through some of the community, and it's mainly Scion VR last night. He's convinced there's absolutely no kickback on these guns whatsoever. He says if you watch this trailer closely, you can see there's no kickback at all on any of the guns, and he's a little worried about that. I don't know that I can tell that. What do you think?
Yeah, I looked for that, and I mean, it's not that that there's no recoil at all. I think that there actually is a little bit of recoil, but it shows in the sights. It doesn't show with the physical gun, and this isn't the only game that does that. When you're developing these shooter games, it's kind of a balancing act. You want to put recoil in there because obviously it would have recoil in real life, but you have to account for the fact that you're not holding a gun. You're holding the controller, and the controller's never going to move, right? So if in the game your gun's like jerking back a foot, and in real life your hand's not moving at all, that's going to break immersion. So generally the way that they deal with that is there'll be some recoil on the sights. You'll have to you'll lose your aim for a minute before it comes back. And I think that I didn't, dissect it, but I'm pretty sure I did notice that. I read the comment like you, and I watched the trailer again, and the gunplay looked fine to me. I'm not concerned about that whatsoever.
Okay, well, Meowmix says Respawn has been making FPS shooters for decades. They know gun mechanics. Almost seems snarky. I agree with you, Meowmix. Yeah, I think you're wrong, Scion. I think they know what they're doing. But yeah, it's I mean, I was blown away by this trailer. It just because it actually added the story element to it, and you can tell this has got. I mean, it looks like a AAA story game, right? And now you're in this game with just cool mechanics, and just seems like there's more to it than we even thought back in the day. And that was when this first we heard about this. What was the first thing everybody was worried about was that we were going to get another one of those experiences. And I always think of that one that was the worst that I couldn't even play it because it was all jacked up. But we wanted a real game, and it looks like we're getting it. So
yeah, absolutely. And this is my type of first person shooter, Roots. There's a lot of these Call of Duty gamers out there, and they're all about the multiplayer gameplay, and I get that. It's a popular thing. Everybody loves going in there with a bunch of people and just going crazy on one another. But I'm all about the single player story campaign. And for that reason, I avoid a lot of these games. I mean, I've never even played games like Onward. I've never played Onward, Zero Caliber, which actually I think I might enjoy that one a little bit more. I've only played Contractors a few times, and I've only played Pavlov like maybe 3 times, I think. Not my type of game, but when I see something like this, a historically based single player story-based campaign, this is the type of thing that really gets me going. And the fact that it's coming from Respawn and that it's this old, franchise, Medal of Honor franchise, kind of started all of these games. It's very exciting for me. And in looking at this new story trailer, it looks just amazing. The work that they've done here, and I'm quite sure that Half-Life Alex has some competition on its hands when it comes to what the game of the year is going to be.
Whoa! Hold your horses there, Drillo. Just kind of funny you said that. He says a fancy cinematic trailer does not mean good VR quality gameplay. Cough. Seeking Dawn. Cough. Now, to be fair, Respawn isn't an indie developer, right? They know, like Meowmix was saying, they know what they're doing. They've been making FPS shooters for decades. They're just now bringing it into VR, right?
Yeah, I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. I mean, you're trying to compare this to Seeking Dawn as if it's remotely the same thing. This being a AAA, a highly touted AAA developer, one of the best first-person shooter development studios that in the world, backed with the Facebook millions, and then we have Seeking Dawn, which no offense to the Seeking Dawn devs, I actually like Seeking Dawn quite a bit, but I mean it's not this. It's not Medal of Honor, right?
Yeah, he says you never know, and he's true. I mean, you never know until we play it. We won't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be legit good. It looks good. It's got a fancy cinematic trailer. It can't be bad, right? But no, it's I don't know. Like you nailed it. And the first thing you said about this game is that it's historically accurate. They took a lot of time to make sure the planes, the vehicles, they had experts. So if anything, this is going to give you your best feeling of being in the World War II era, right? And that's one of the best things that we've said about VR is that feeling of time travel, to feel back like you went back in war and you're actually there and you're going up on the boats that are storming Normandy, or if that's what that was, I don't know. But I mean, it just everything about it, it just feels real like it's going to be really amazing and really cool, and our best feeling of being in war, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They spent years interviewing survivors. The few living veterans that still remain from this war. They've visited all of the battlefields, took 3D scans. They're going for historical realism here just as much as engaging first-person shooter gameplay. And you're going to take on the role of an agent for the OSS, which is a precursor to the CIA, today's CIA. Of course, we're going to be in war-torn Europe, tasked with going on daring missions, aiding the French resistance, and sabotaging Nazi bases on land, seas, and air in a single-player campaign. This is one of the things I really like about what I'm seeing here with this trailer, Ruuts, is apparently the story is going to take you through all sorts of scenarios. It's not just going to be a battlefield with a gun, right? You're going to be in planes. You're going to be on ships. Every aspect of battle, you're going to be touching in some way, shape, or form, and I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait either. And I do concede what you're saying, Drillo. I mean, every game has that chance to suck. I don't think this is going to be one of them, but that option does exist. Until we play it, we'll never know. But it looks amazing to me so far from what I'm seeing gameplay wise. I think it's going to be really good.
Absolutely. Peter Hirschman, who's the game director at Respawn Entertainment, says that it is the, quote, most immersive combat experience that he's ever worked on. And I remind you that these are the people who brought us Titanfall.
Yeah. Well, it looks good. And I don't know, Sion, I don't know if you're gonna if there's zero recoil, man, you just return it. I'm pretty sure Wes is right. I think it's gonna be in the scopes.
Yeah, dude. I don't even want to keep harping on that, but it's kind of, I mean, I played, for example, I've been playing on Quest, one of the games we talked about on the Monday show. Now I'm drawing a blank just because I'm trying to think of it. The zombie shooter on Quest that I've been playing.
Yeah, that one you were playing that we talked about. I don't remember what it is.
All right, I gotta look it up now. I can't just let it lie. Anyway, I've been playing that game. I played some more of it last night or the night before, actually. But it was after I read this comment, of course, from Scion, and that was one of the things that I looked for, was to see if perhaps it. And I mean, this is a very, very indie game we're talking about here, and it had perfect recoil in the weapons. So I got it's Death Horizon Reloaded. So I got to imagine if this one dude making an indie zombie shooter that as fun as it is kind of a generic zombie shooter. If he can remember to get the recoil in there, I got to imagine Respawn's going to be able to do the same thing.
It's always something though, right? It's like somebody's like, man, this game is insert whatever it is, it's missing this. The game's going to be shit. People for months worry about it, and then it comes out and it's not that way, and then you're like, oh, I guess it did have recoil. So I'm willing to wait, but I mean, I guess we have no choice. We're going to have to wait anyway. So
right. Yeah, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. So then comes multiplayer. You know, people love the multiplayer. I have fun in it too from time to time. It's not my favorite, it's not what draws me into these types of games, but it's fun to spend time with your friends every now and then. So we learned a little bit about the multiplayer in this game, and we learned that it does have a multiplayer mode. And Ruuts, what time is it?
It's quote time. Before you get to quote time, Alex says Half-Life Alex doesn't have any recoil. Shit game. I like that. Good comment there.
But it's quote time. And of course, we're talking again about Peter Hirschman, the game director at Respawn Entertainment. And when he was asked by the Gamescom host Jeff Keighley about a multiplayer mode, Hirschman went on to say, "The thing about VR is, I've spent so much of my career trying to map human movements to a controller and just figuring out like making movement feel good. And one of the hardest ones is leaning. And in VR, you know how you duck? You just duck. And how do you lean in VR? Well, you just lean. And so the ability to lean around the corner, just peek around the corner, it heightens the tension so much. It makes it feel all the more real. You put that into a multiplayer experience, and it just raises that to a whole other level. So we're shipping, in addition to the campaign, we are shipping a full suite of VR modes, including a few that you can only do in VR. And we're really excited about people playing those. So there you have it, Ruuts, from the horse's mouth. Not only are there going to be, is there going to be multiplayer in this game, but there's going to be multiple different modes. And interestingly, he described some of these as only possible in VR. So I wonder what that means.
Yeah, I mean, some of it's possible out of VR, which is very weird, right? Or not weird, just not what everybody was thinking, right? I guess that, I don't know. Is the whole thing supposed to be non-VR as well? Or did they announce that? Maybe I missed that.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not following your question.
No, just what are you asking it's flat game as well, is what you're saying, that there's going to be certain modes that can only be VR. I just assumed it was the whole game was VR. So
no, that's not what he's saying. He's not saying. See, this is the way Alex took it as well. He's not saying that some of them are only going to be VR exclusive. What he's saying is that these game modes are only possible in VR. Like you couldn't do it as a flat game. That's all he's trying to say.
I gotcha.
But I find that very interesting. It makes me wonder what they've come up with here. That's so immersive and awesome. I'm sure it's going to be great, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, Respawn Entertainment will release Medal of Honor Above and Beyond this holiday season for Oculus Rift and Rift S, as well as Oculus Quest via Link. So, Ruuts, I mean, it's going to be a good Christmas, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, holidays could even come sooner, right? Could be Thanksgiving.
I think I'm going to have it all by then. Like by mid-November, I'm going to have all of my Christmas presents open and in use.
Yeah, PlayStation 5. That's what I want.
Yeah, they sent out emails this week, man. Sony sent emails out to people asking who wants to pre-order. You have to pre-register if you want to pre-order from Sony. And they said not everyone's going to be selected, that they're only selecting, they're going to have a lottery.
Hmm.
And it's going to be based on, how active you are within their ecosystem and some other criteria. But they're making it sound like they might not have enough to go around.
I thought
So
they just put an article out not too long ago that they were doubling their production.
yeah, well, I mean that's it's easy to say, right? It might be a little more difficult to put into practice.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be pre-ordering from them anyway. I'd try to pre-order from Amazon, so I don't have to pay
Well,
until it gets
that was
shipped.
my plan, but from the sounds of it, I think whatever my first opportunity to pre-order is, that I'm going to take it. And if that comes from Sony or if it comes from Amazon, these Sony pre-orders, according to the email that they sent out, these are going to be before the public pre-order. So it's not like uh, uh, if you get selected by Sony to pre-order direct from them. It's going to be before the general public gets to go. So I'm just going to take the first opportunity I get because you never know. There might be a shortage, and I don't want to get left out, Ruuts.
Yeah, well, if that's the case, I'll get left out because I'm not getting it through them. But we'll see. We'll see how it all plays down.
Yeah, absolutely. Another game we learned a lot about this week is Star Wars Squadrons, and much like the Medal of Honor game. Again, people are excited about this game for the multiplayer, but what I've been excited about is the fact that there's going to be a single player story campaign. And much like Medal of Honor, we got a new trailer, and it is a single player story campaign based trailer. So we got another look at Star Wars Squadrons. This time we got some VR gameplay in there, and we got an idea of what this single player campaign is going to look like. And Ruuts, I was excited for this initially when we got the announcement, but so much news has come out. There's so much information being divulged about this game. It really is a stark contrast to what we're used to as VR gamers, right? We're used to a very different style of marketing. Complete transparency from EA here with this game. We know all about the options, everything in this game. But we just got the first look at the single player campaign as well as VR support. And I got all of my excitement back when I watched this trailer, Roots, from the day that they announced it. I love Star Wars, and especially the era of Star Wars that within which this game is set. I can't wait to get into this game, and I think I'm going to have to go buy a HOTAS as well.
Yeah, me too. I don't see how you play this game without a HOTAS, but I don't know. My excitement's there as well, and I think the reason why a lot of the marketing was done the way it was in the past for games like this or experiences, Star Wars experience or whatever, is because you don't want to divulge the information if you're not happy or that the people aren't going to be 100% happy with the information. When everything's good, man, you want to fucking tell everybody, dude, look, we got all this shit, dude. This is going to be the best game in the world. But in the past, there's always been something weird about everything coming out. And they always held back something. And so they knew that there was going to be some pushback or some people freaking out, which there probably still will be. Who knows? The biggest thing I heard from people is, we have Eve Valkyrie. We have this. We don't need another, multiplayer space shooter. Well, this is also going to be a really badass story mode, right? And I can remember having Rogue Squadron, was it on Nintendo and all those type of things, and it was really cool, but I was never in the game, and now I get a chance to actually play and be in the Star Wars world. And forgive me for saying this, for all the fans of the Star Wars experiences, as good as they are, this is what I wanted. I wanted to actually do some action in it. I didn't want to walk around in an environment that's interactive and has a story. That this is way better. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, and what you're saying there is true, but what I was referring to was just how different it is to have a proper AAA game being promoted. It's a stark difference to what we're used to in VR. When VR games, You know, some of them you barely even hear about. Most of them will drop a trailer and then they'll just drop the game. But when we have a proper VR game coming to, or a proper AAA VR game coming, uh, it really shows you the difference. What we've been lacking in the VR realm. Uh, Games like Star Wars Squadrons and Microsoft Flight Simulator really show you, you know, what a big time production is like when it comes to promotion. Because I mean, there's already hours of gameplay out there. Uh, Before the game even released, there's breakdowns of all the options and menu items. Uh, just a complete stark contrast to what we've become accustomed to as VR gamers.
Yeah, it's just marketing in general for everything VR, and it started with the Quest, right? That was the first real marketing campaign I saw in VR, and it just continues, and it just shows you where we're at in VR in general. That we're the big boys, the EAs and stuff, are willing to invest that much time and money in the marketing because they believe in the product and they know that when it comes out, it's going to blow people away. So,
Yeah, absolutely. But again, the new trailer we received was primarily concerned with the game's single player campaign. Squadrons features full VR support for multiplayer as well as the single player campaign. And during the trailer, we were given two separate looks at this campaign. The first look gave us a sweep of a cockpit view from what looked like inside of an X Wing. It was highly detailed, and the battle outside was raging. The second saw classic Star Wars character Wedge Antilles talking to the player. Um, and again, the trailer reconfirms that the game's campaign takes place after the Return of the Jedi, and we'll see the players take on both sides, the Empire as well as the Rebel Alliance. So this is when I got excited, Ruuts, is when I saw Wedge Antilles. You're kind of like in this hangar or something, and he comes up and starts talking to you. And remember, we're talking about a character from a 30 or 40-year-old movie, standing right in front of you in true to life, 3D, talking to you. It's going to be like being in one of the classic Star Wars movies, and that was when I really came alive watching this thing.
yeah, just this. Look at this. The gameplay, the fighting, that looks amazing, right? I just think it's going to be
Yeah,
cool,
man.
especially with your HOTAS, and you can use it for Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's a handful of games coming out, honestly, that justify picking up a HOTAS. It's not like buying a wheel, right? You can get a HOTAS for a fairly reasonable price.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely. Hey, what's up, member? It's definitely a lot of stuff. My only thing is that it's just like everything else, and maybe because of the games coming out, I've been having a hard time. I was just looking at Best Buy, Amazon, and stuff, and some of them are sold out. Wes, maybe people should jump on it soon. I think as we get closer, we're gonna see a lot of people buying HOTASes, right? I don't know.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna pick one up. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff coming between the headsets and the consoles and well, I got VR ears coming. I got a lot of stuff coming. So I don't know. I'm just gonna watch for a sale, I think. And if I don't find a good sale between now and then, I mean, this thing releases at the beginning of October, so not that much longer to wait. About a month before we have this in our hands. And if I don't have one by then, I'm sure. I don't know. I might enjoy playing it with a gamepad. We'll just have to see how it goes.
Yeah, yeah, dude, a month, man, that's close.
Yeah, it's not far, and it's going to release PC, PS4, uh, same day, and again, it's crossplay, flat console, PC, VR. We're all playing in the same pool when it comes to the multiplayer.
Yeah, maybe I need to start looking up my HOTASes right now. Just kidding. In real time.
Hey, Roots, you know who else is a HOTUS?
I think
My mom.
that's my guess.
Yeah, I had to stretch for that one, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
But anyway, another thing that I actually found a little bit concerning about the story trailer that we saw was the fact that indeed you are going to be playing on both sides, both as a Rebel Alliance member and a member of the Empire, which in itself, in a bubble, sounds cool, but it makes me worry for the storyline, right? I mean, what kind of storyline would have you playing from both perspectives unless you go in as a spy or something of that nature, a double agent?
Yeah, it's what the most wasn't there a recent Star Wars game that did that that I played, and you were like that was I don't know, man. I thought you ended up turning. You were on one side and then you ended up on the other. So
There's a movie, like the few movies was about that.
I didn't see the
Or
last
like
couple
one of
movies. But yeah, it was a Star Wars game though. But it was maybe it was the movie or something. I don't know, something I played. So
I don't know, man. But the character Finn in the latest trilogy, he started off as a stormtrooper and ended up switching to join the rebellion.
okay.
But anyway, again, Star Wars Squadrons releases on October 2nd. VR support confirmed for both PC and PS4 across the entire experience. Keep an eye out for it. It's awesome. All right, and moving on, we actually got a brand new trailer for Wraith, the Oblivion-Afterlife. And as excited as I am for these other two games, Ruuts, honestly, I'm just as excited for Wraith, the Oblivion. You know, I'm a horror game guy. This is my type of thing. I love Star Wars. Yeah. I love story-driven AAA shooters. Yeah, but when it comes to VR, when it comes to movies even, my very favorite genre is horror. And we got our very first look at the gameplay for Wraith, the Oblivion-Afterlife. And it was a really cool trailer. It made really good use of mixed reality. For those of you who don't know, Wraith takes place inside of Barclay Mansion, where the player themselves, cast as a recently deceased Wraith, is stalked by terrifying specters. Stealth will play a huge element in the game, with the player hiding from enemies in closets and trying to sneak past undetected. So, you are going to have some offensive capability in this game, Ruuts, but that's really not what this game is all about. This game is about being scared. It's about hiding. It's about stealth and exploration.
Oh, yeah, it looks creepy as heck, man. Looks like it really is right up your alley, right?
Yeah, this is my sort of thing. I've been excited since the day that they announced this one.
Yeah, it definitely looks creepy as heck, man.
The footage also gives us our first look at some of the powers that you will wield as a Wraith. The Wraith grasp allows you to grab objects from a distance, manipulate them, and even change the environment around them. Sharpened sense will help you track the movement of the spirits, and insubstantiality will allow you to walk through walls. So who needs doors, Ruuts? Who needs knobs when you can just walk through the wall?
Yeah, it makes you. Does that mean that you can just walk through any wall, or you like have a special power? He just opened the door. I don't know why he's opening doors if he can walk through that wall.
It's a power that you use, and you'll understand why he didn't just walk through the wall all the time in just a moment.
Okay. Yeah, well, it definitely looks creepy as hell, man. Looks like it'd be, and we know it's from Fast Travel Games. We know what they're doing. They know what they're doing in VR. So,
yeah. But Upload did a great interview with Eric O'Dell, who is one of the lead game designers behind this game, and I've got a few quotes from him here that really tell us a lot more about what kind of game this is and how it's going to play. Quote, "The powers are all unlocked through progression in the game. They're tied to our protagonist's insights and growth, the gradual discovery of his role in the story and in the mansion. All powers open up new avenues for you to explore, both in terms of environments and systems." So there's your answer, Roots. That's why he's not just walking through walls, whenever he wants. It's a power that you develop in the game, and you don't just start with all of these powers
Mm.
and abilities. As the game progresses, your character progresses, and as you gain abilities, it unlocks areas in the mansion that you didn't previously have access to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, it sounds interesting. Definitely sounds like a good creepy game. And so when is this supposed to come out? Or did they say?
2021, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, early next year, I think, for all platforms.
Cool.
Another quote from Mr. Odell Dahl here. The player will find ways to defend themselves in some ways, but this is not a game where you can, quote, win against your enemies. They are always stronger and more dangerous than you, using caution and elements in the environment, and sometimes plain out hide. All are important actions to make sure the specters do not see you and to be able to progress deeper into the mansion. So here, Roots, we're talking about the enemy confrontations here, and while your powers do allow you some sort of defense against these creatures that are stalking you, it doesn't matter how far your character develops. The enemies are always going to be stronger and more powerful than you are.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like you need to be doing more stealth than attack, right? So
Yeah, it sounds like something that's going to be nerve-wracking, to be quite honest, because you have all these creepy things that are that are inhabiting this mansion, and you're trying to unravel the story and your connection to it through exploration. It's a huge, creepy mansion full of some evil stuff, and you have to continue going forward. But the more you progress, the more difficult it gets, and the more violent the opposition becomes.
cool. I can't wait till early 2021.
The other main element that helps deliver the plot is the protagonist's own dark subconscious called the Shadow. The Shadow functions as a companion throughout the experience. It will talk to you and sometimes help push you towards different objectives or understand certain circumstances. But that's not saying the Shadow should be trusted all the time. I find this interesting, Roots, because there's kind of this inner voice, this narration that helps you through the game, but they're calling it your own dark subconscious, and it's an interesting name, naming it the Shadow, because that's an actual psychological term for kind of a subconscious self, if you will, in Jungian psychology. And I'm no psychologist, but this is the Shadow in many ways is kind of your mask that kind of keeps you from your true self. So it's interesting here that they refer to this as the Shadow, but they also mention that you shouldn't always trust your Shadow.
That is weird. It's kind of intriguing to make you wonder what this is all going to be about story wise, right? Because obviously all we know is there's more to it than just creepy and roaming around. So now I am.
Yeah, there's a
intrigued.
lot more to it. It's obviously it's a this is not just a standalone title, but it's part of a larger universe, right? It's part of the world of darkness, and this universe has brought us other games such as what was it? I'm trying to remember. There's a couple of fairly popular flat games. I think one of them's called Vampire the Masquerade. Is that right? And then there's another werewolf game as well that I think is actually with a sequel in development. At any rate, there's a lot of well-established lore in this universe. So there's certainly a lot more going on inside this mansion than just general creepiness and generic stealth gameplay.
Cool. Wow, don't have to wait that long for this one either. Just a few months.
I mean, yeah, a few months we should have it. Mr. Odedal says we are also adding quite a lot of background story to the different characters and the specters. That might not be required to unravel in order to just complete the game, but that will give the player a better understanding of the story and the mystery. So this is what he's saying here, Ruuts, is that they've put a lot of backstory and clues throughout the mansion, stuff that you don't really need to progress through the game. But you know me, if you've watched any of my gameplays, I'm picking up every little clue that they put there to really try to unravel the larger story. So it kind of seems like they're making this game tailored to the type of thing I like to play.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a big niche a lot of people love, and sounds like they're hitting everything, that's important. So
Absolutely. Well, Fast Travel Games finally confirmed that Wraith is coming to pretty much every VR headset there is. Quest, Rift, Vive, Index, and PSVR, all in early 2021. Roots, is it a concern of yours that this game is coming to platforms other than PC? Like it's going to be a Quest game. Do you think that that's going to take away from how the game looks?
I don't think so. I don't know, man. I don't buy into that anyway. So, I mean, some games aren't the same. Some of them are more enhanced on the PC. And even if not, I mean, this is early game development footage and it already looks good, right? So they're still working on it.
Yeah, I think it looks great. It looks a lot like the like a Supermassive Games title to me. Like Until Dawn. It looks like an Until Dawn title.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it's gonna be good. Kind of looks like Blind in some ways, the black and white, right?
Right. And yeah, in a few parts I can see that. The Impatient as well. It kind of reminds me of the Impatient.
Yeah. Well, cool.
Scion VR says it definitely looks like a Quest game to me. Yeah, that's what they all say when they learn that it's coming to Quest.
Yeah. Yeah. It's still weird. It's such a weird thing, Wes. I don't even know how to address it. I guess it doesn't need to be addressed.
Yeah, well, I think we've already addressed it a number of times.
Yeah, for sure.
It's well, we're not going to get into that. Anyway, I'm super pumped for this. I'm just as excited for this as I am those other two games, Star Wars Squadrons and Medal of Honor. We've got a hell of a remainder of the year. Well, I guess this is early next year, but a hell of a few months ahead of us here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not the only news coming out of Gamescom though, Roots. We also learned that Sam and Max are coming back, and this time, Roots, this time it's in VR. Now, this is a game from Happy Giant, developer Happy Giant, and to be honest, Roots, I'm vaguely familiar with these characters, but I wasn't a fan, and I don't know a whole lot about them. When I heard the title, I recognized it. It sounded familiar, but I don't think I've ever played one of these games.
I never heard of it. I know there's a bunny and a dog, and they're best friends, Sam and Max, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, people were making a big thing out of this that there's going to be another Sam and Max game and that it's going to be in VR.
Was this a free game at some point? Because I always had I had all the systems. I didn't play anything free. So maybe it's all the free people. They love this because it was a free game. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it was a free game. I've never heard that. But
yeah, I never heard of it in general, so I guess it could be, could not be.
Originally appearing in their first game back in the 1990s, Sam and Max are a crime-fighting duo who get into comedic adventures. The last time was Sam and Max, The Devil's Playhouse in 2010. So we have a franchise here, some 30 years running, and it's been a good decade since they put one of these games out.
Oh, cool. At least they're smart and they're going into VR. That doesn't look like VR though. That looks like one of the, what was that one thing called? The pictures, you turn the pictures, put it on your face, and it would just.
Oh yeah. They put a ViewMaster on.
Yeah,
his face
ViewMaster. Yeah, that's not a VR. It's close, but.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of the thing here. This is supposed to be comedy. That's kind of the draw of it. It isn't so much the detective gameplay as much as just the humor in that the characters have.
Yeah, I think somebody said that the original was a point and click game, but or maybe I read that, but I don't know. It looks. If there's that many fans of it, good for I'm glad it's coming to VR. I just never heard of it. Looks like it could be good.
It looks like it's that old Max Fleischer type humor too, right? The old Looney Tunes style of humor.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a dying art form, so it's kind of cool to see that something's at least still around keeping that type of comedy alive. In the not so distant future, Ruuts, people aren't going to get this kind of humor anymore. Like it won't be funny to people anymore. They won't understand it.
Yeah, I think we're almost there. Mepper says the original game came out on floppies, and that Telltale also had a series of them. So that's interesting.
There you go. So apparently I'm not the only one who's heard of this thing here. There's a few other people at least.
Yeah, I never heard of it, but I don't know. It's cool it's coming, and I'm kind of curious if it's going to be still a point and click type of thing more than anything. But I mean, he's shooting bugs or whatever, so I guess it's going to probably.
Yeah, it looks like a 6-dive hand presence game. The locomotion's the question, but again, I think that this is more about the comedy than anything. Like for example, Accounting Plus is awesome, but it's node-based teleportation, right?
Yeah.
But it's hilarious, so it's good.
Yep. Yeah.
Onikazi says it was a point-and-click adventure from LucasArts, and then Telltale had 2 seasons worth of adventure games, 2006-ish.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm glad they're bringing something out. It'll be cool to see.
Anyway, the Gamescom broadcast teased the possibility of VR support with Sam popping a cardboard ViewMaster on the Max, but that was it. It was kind of left at that. But now a longer trailer has been released, which is what we're looking at here, confirming what everyone wanted to know, and that is that Sam and Max, this time it's virtual, is most definitely a VR video game, and it's slated for launch next year. From the looks of the gameplay so far, players will be helping the pair with their investigations, training to become part of the freelance police. Not only helping solve crime, but also saving the world from giant alien monsters. You'll have a trusty sidearm to shoot bad guys, and then hang out in the team office for some R&R. And for those of you who are fans of the original games, IGN reports that the original creator, Steve Purcell, will be consulting on the game design and story, while voice actors David Nolan and Dave Boat return in their lead roles. So Dave and Dave coming back to bring their characters to life once again.
Cool. So it sounds like it's going to be as close to the original as it could be, right? With the original writers and the actors. That's cool.
Yeah, when I look at something like this, it kind of gives me the vibe of like Psychonauts in the Rhombus of Ruin, kind of that thing. It's like a well-established niche flat game, comes over into VR, gives us a product that's a little different than the other VR games that we have, but it's cool in its own right.
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking forward to it, and I've never played it, so it should be the series at all. So.
Did you ever play the Psychonauts Rhombus of Ruin?
I did not. I've seen it, but I've never played it.
Yeah, it's pretty decent, man. It's actually pretty good game. Again, it's another node-based thing, but it kind of makes sense in the story because it's a kind of you have this psychic ability, and you're kind of possessing these different characters, jumping from perspective to perspective, and it's an environmental puzzler, and it's pretty high, well done production.
Yeah, Well, it sounds like something I do need to get into then. Sounds pretty cool.
Anyway, while a 2021 launch window has been slated, no headsets have been confirmed at the moment. So we don't know which headsets that Sam and Max, this time it's virtual, is going to support. We just know it's coming, Ruuts, and it's coming next year.
Cool.
Anyway, that brings us to the Outer Wilds, winning countless 2019 Game of the Year awards. Mobius Digital's Outer Wilds has long seemed an ideal candidate for a VR port. Developed by Ricardo Lopez and named Nomai VR, an incredible Outer Wilds VR mod has just hit version 1.0, allowing you to play the full game from start to finish inside of a headset. Not only that, but it features full support for your headset's respective motion controllers, including operating scanners and even coming complete with a pair of alien hands. So here we are, Ruuts, another example of a fairly well-regarded flat game being brought into VR by amateurs, by people who just love the platform, people putting in the work just for love of the game. And I think it's pretty awesome.
It's crazy, right? Yeah, this just dropped on Steam in June, right? Just like a few months ago. I just picked it up today because I'm psyched to check out this mod. It looks really good, right?
Yeah, it looks like it has a lot of the same things that you like about No Man's Sky. But the thing that really kind of makes me more excited about this than, say, a No Man's Sky is the fact that this, again, I hate to keep coming back to it, but this is a very story-driven game, right? It's a story campaign, and it revolves around exploration. And again, this is just the type of stuff that really appeals to me.
Yeah. So Onakazi says the earlier version was already really good. So, and I've only heard good things about this mod that I just found out about a couple days ago. But now we're going to get to check it out, and we'll let you know how good it is in a future episode, probably a Monday show down the road, right?
Yeah, I mean, quite possibly. I mean, if we can't get you pretty grot to run, we're going to have to pick something else, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's all so weird. But no, this just looks so weird. And I've heard really good things about this from at least a few people that we know. So I'm really psyched to go in and check it out and see this world and be able to be in it versus seeing it through. I mean, I would have probably even been interested in checking it out flat game. It looks so different and weird. But kind of reminds me a little bit of Abduction in a way, but in a different manner, you know? So.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
The game casts you as one of an alien race that prides themselves on space exploration. Awakening on the day of your first expedition, you journey to different planets in your solar system, meeting new travelers and exploring incredible new worlds. Eventually, you'll begin to unravel a mystery around a time loop. So again, Ruuts, it looks like we're going to be moving throughout a universe. It's not just like you're stuck on one world. This is a very exploration-based game, and like No Man's Sky, and it's pretty vast from the looks of it.
Wow, sounds really cool. Now, Onakazi, is it? What was I going to say? I was going to add a question for you, man. I totally spaced it. I mean, obviously, it's story based, but
co-op. Is there co-op?
I would love to see co-op. I don't know if there is. That would be that's a good question. You actually asked that earlier, or said something about that it would be cool if it was co-op, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man. I would. I mean, when I say that I really like playing single player story driven experiences, what I mean by that is story driven. It doesn't really have to be single player. I really enjoy completing a campaign with a friend. That type of multiplayer I love. It's just the mindless repetition of versus multiplayer that I'm not the biggest fan of. But if I can have a story campaign and play through it with a friend, I mean that's bonus in my opinion. So I'd be interested to know if that sort of thing is available in this game.
No co-op, he says. I
Damn it.
remember my question was I wanted to know if it was easy to do, like the mother mod where you just move one file over, or is it some intricate jump through the hoops, or maybe Wes.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really easy. There's an application that you download, and I think you just choose it from a list. There's a link. My notes are coming from I think Upload VR article. There's a link to it in that article to download the application that you need to install the mod. It didn't seem to be too difficult.
Oh, nice. Well, I can't wait to check it out. It sounds like I got a million games to play, right?
Yeah, it's weird. What was like 3 weeks ago, there was nothing to play, and now all of a sudden there's not enough time to play everything.
I know. It's just not fair.
Anyway, yeah, I'm psyched to check this one out. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm always interested in checking out these highly touted flat games. I mean, in recent weeks, Vorpex and Helix Vision have really opened up my eyes to the real vast amount of content that we have available to us to be played in 3D, if not full VR. So obviously, I'm always excited to see a critically acclaimed game like this being put over into VR.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it, man. It really looks good. I think I might try it tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm gonna try Jupitergrot first.
Yeah.
And then what else were Anderson?
Yeah.
I actually really interested in Anderson as well.
Yeah, when you get into Anderson, tell me what you do with the key cards, Wes. I'm at a part where I'm just stuck. Well, no, maybe I know.
Take
I
them
got
to the
past
door,
that.
bro.
No, yeah. No, I got. You take them through the door? Is that what you said? I
don't know. I've never looked at that game. Dude.
I went through the door and I teleported to some area, and then I'm in that next room. I don't know where to go. I turned the steam off, and Anderson's not much help, Wes, and we'll talk about this tomorrow, but or Wednesday.
Okay.
So far, this stupid computer is not helping Ruuts at all, and I want to smash it. But hopefully, by the next time I come back, he'll be my best friend, and we'll be well on our journey. So.
Well, it's normal, Ruuts. It's normal. Anyway, another title that we just got a brand new trailer for, and this one kind of coming out of left field, Ruuts. I had no idea that this was even a thing, but looking at this trailer and reading about this game, I am very interested in this game, and it's called Rhythm of the Universe, Ionia. Last year during E3, the VR developer ROTU Entertainment announced its first title, a puzzle title revolving around music called Rhythm of the Universe. The studio has now announced that the title will launch by the end of the year. Ruuts, I've kind of seen some things around here and there about this game, but I always have kind of tuned it out. Because when I see rhythm and I see music, I'm just like, I don't want to play another rhythm game. No, thank you. And I don't even look at it. But, anybody who looks at this can tell that that's not what this is at all. This is a puzzle game, Ruuts. A puzzle game that revolves around sound and music, which tells me this is going to be a very, very unique gameplay loop in something like we've never even seen before.
Yeah, the world looks really cool, right? Looks like, what is that one movie? Avatar. Looks kind of like an Avatar world almost. And it's funny. I was watching this and I was just thinking about again as I was watching this trailer. I thought the same thing. How many trailers do we need to see them virtually petting something that we know that they can't feel and they're not touching it? Got to pet the dinosaur or whatever. But this.
So you're going to get all critical about that. But if they were fist bumping, then it would be you'd be all about it, right?
Well, a fist bump has an actual haptic. Yeah, you're right, Wes. I can't even lie. I can't even say that with a straight face. So I'm not going to get critical about that. But no, I just think it looks really cool. And I think the intriguing part about it is, like you said, it's a puzzle game, but it's going to be based on music. And can't think of any other puzzle music game that we have in VR. And what a great time to do it, right? So it sounds like I guess you're going to be running into different things to do there, musically.
Yeah. So Rhythm of the Universe Ionia is the first episode in a planned series where players can step into a forest teeming with instrument-inspired flora, fauna, and mysterious ruins. The storyline and music-based puzzles are all about preserving the environment, with players taking on the role of Allegro, accompanied by their sister Allegra, to save the Harpa, which is a mythical being faced by terrible danger. As players head deep into the forest, they'll need to seek out mystical tablets by honing in on their sound waves, climbing through sprawling vines, and ziplining through trees. So really, what this is, Ruuts, it's a very artistic game about protecting the environment, and it's very fantasy inspired. It's very high quality production, and just looking at it, it reminds me of the Gallery. It has that very high level of polish to the way it looks.
Let me ask you this: Scion VR says that this definitely does not look like a Quest game, and Spry Guy agreed as well. So there is something to it. It does look pretty good, right? It looks really good. I mean, like I said, it just reminds me of the Avatar world, and like at least maybe the closest thing you'll get to it, and you get to save the environment, be a social justice warrior, bro. I mean, it sounds cool. It looks cool. So
yeah, I think that it's a recipe for success here, Ruuts. It's you have obviously highly polished audio visual production, right? Very high production values. You have a gameplay loop that's completely original. Obviously, you have a very creative story design team, because I mean they've come up with all of this wonderful fantasy-based world and characters. So I think it's going to be something unlike anything we've seen before. My only concern about it is how long is it's going to be, because it's episodic, right? And we happen to know that this particular episode has been in development for years. So, I mean, when are we going to get episode 2? Is it going to be another 2 years before we get the second one?
Yeah, it's a valid question, because remember that game 18 floors or something, and there was only a few floors, and it was like,
got like 3 floors.
we're gonna finish it by 2045 or something. And you're like, dude, that ain't gonna fly, man. So yeah, hopefully I would hope I mean, man, I want every episode of whatever it is to be at least an hour, 2 hours maybe. I mean, make this really cool. And I don't know what I mean. Just everything about it looks cool and intriguing, and we don't have that long to wait. I mean, really, it seems far away, but man, the end of the year is right around the corner, and we're going to be 2021ing it up pretty soon here. So
yeah, absolutely. So one of the things I forgot to mention that you can do on this, which is that giant tortoise that you're looking at there, you can ride on that thing's back. It says that you'll be riding on the back of a giant tortoise and performing scales on magical instruments to heal the forest.
You can't fly on the dragonfly? That would be cool.
I wouldn't say never. You know what this really reminds me? It reminds me of
Honey, I Shrunk the
Never
Kids.
Ending Story.
Oh, or Never Ending Story. Yeah, I was just thinking, like the Never Ending or the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That'd be a cool game to play, right? If you got shrunk for scale or something in the VR.
Yeah,
Or something of that nature.
The Spy That Shrunk Me.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that's early. We need some polish.
Right.
So.
Anyway, I think this game looks beautiful. I'm very intrigued by the concept, and again, my only concern with this now is how long is it going to be? Yeah, I agree. If it were 2 hours long, I think it would be that would be enough to satisfy whatever urge I had when I went into the game. But I really don't think it's going to be that long. Roots.
Yeah.
Rhythm of the Universe, Ionia will support Valve Index, Oculus Quest via Link, Oculus Rift S, HTC Vive, HP Reverb G2, and WMR headset when it launches in Q4 2020. It will retail for $10.
Oh wow, yeah, that's definitely not gonna be 2 hours long for $10. I'd say 45 minutes is my guess.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get an hour out of it, right?
Yeah, but $10, man. Even if you got 45 minutes, I mean, even $10, any experience is almost worth $10. So, and this one looks highly polished. So I can't wait to get in this world and check it out and just be a part of it and do my part to heal the earth, Wes. I have this craving inside of me. I do actually want to protect the earth, but I want to do it in a proper, real way. That's the thing, dude. Fukushima's still spewing radiation out. Nobody talks about that, man. Let's talk about the real stuff.
Well, I mean, we obviously need to go play our magical instruments to try to heal it.
Yeah, if we could do that for real, that would be awesome. You know who also likes to play magical instruments?
My mom!
I heard that. Anyway, one more item before we get into our weekly reminders. And this is a really cool one, Roots, one I wanted to talk about. Not a game per se, but rather an event. You know that we often like to bring you news whenever one of these virtual online events are taking place, whether it be art, an art festival, a music festival, comedy, what have you. We like to report on it. Roots, this week, a fairly big event is taking place inside of the Somnium space. And this one is called Take Me to Your Burn. So this is pretty much VR Burning Man, Roots. And the turnout to this thing is going to be absolutely huge because of all of these events I've ever seen, this is probably the biggest production I've seen in VR.
Wow. Do you think you'll be a lot of people doing drugs and going in there? Because the real Burning Man is a very, very highly drugged up place. And some of this artwork looks really weird. I was like, looking, I was like, man, this looks really cool. Like your description was, it's like the Wave and the Museum of Realities on crack or something. What did you say? On steroids, right?
Yeah, it's like the Wave meets the More, but on steroids. It's like gigantic.
Yeah, this looks like it'd be pretty cool. Now, I've never been into Somnium space. I know, what's his name? MRTV was pushing it for a while back in the day. I don't know if he still is or not, but it's kind of interesting. Makes me kind of want to go check it out.
Yeah, Somnium Space free on Steam. And this, Take Me to Your Burn, of course, again, inspired by Burning Man. This is a virtual festival inside Somnium Space and will be almost like the real event, without, of course, all of the desert sand and heat. A collaborative experience with artists, musicians, labels, and more. Plus, of course, the big burning statue at the center. There's going to be a massive amount of content for attendees to enjoy, both in VR as well as via your desktop. Over 40 artists will be showcasing installations and various artworks across 30 odd galleries. Or if you're not bothered about the art, 150 plus DJs are going to play across 5 stages. Sets will be streamed live and on demand from within Somnium Space via Twitch and YouTube. So this is one of the things that really bugs me about the Wave Roots, is that they have these events, these DJs, and then when it's over, it's gone forever. Well, according to this, these DJ sets are going to be live and on demand, which implies that they are going to be recorded in some fashion.
Yeah, why would you not? Like, I don't know, man. Not everybody can be everywhere at one time. You know what I mean? If anything, just logistically, half of the people on the other side of the world are going to be sleeping, right? So I think it's smart. Someone just said MRTV owns space in there. I know they sell space, like you can have your own space and like work in there. And I don't know, it's supposed to be like the next, like from that Ready Player One, right? That eventually get to this whole world or whatever. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, digital real estate. That was kind of the original idea behind Somnium Space, is that they were selling you digital land inside the metaverse.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. I don't know. I'm going to be buying any digital land anytime soon, but it's definitely cool. I like stuff like this. I would never go to the original Burning Man. It's just weird stuff there, but I'd check this out. I think it'd be something we could check out, and we could almost go in there and again record a money show or just do a video, right?
Absolutely. Well, this is something I'm definitely going to be checking out. This is definitely the type of thing that I'm interested in. It looks like, again, everything I love about the Wave and everything I love about the Museum of Other Realities, it's all right here. So,
well, and you've got a week and a half.
Look.
You got a whole week and a half coming up, right? So this is a perfect timing for you to check this out.
Yeah, exactly. It's a perfect time for it. Adding to the 150 plus DJs that are going to be playing, there will also be over 30 bands playing live on the main stage with an open mic stage for solo musicians. So if you're an aspiring musician and a guy who's just looking for an audience, or maybe you're somebody who plays at the local dive bar, but you can't anymore because the world's shut down right now and you can't go to the bar. Well, here's an audience for you, man. Go to Burning Man, or I'm sorry, Take Me to Your Burn, and they have an open mic. I wonder how much open airtime there's actually going to be on the open mic. How they're going to be able to push people along if there's a line for it.
Well, maybe you have several different open mics you can choose to listen to. You know what I mean? Like you click on that one and it gets rid of the other ones and that one's going. So you could have them all going on simultaneously, just not hearing them all. So I don't know.
Maybe they do something like that.
Yeah. Well, either way, it's something different. It's something that I had no idea existed before today. And even just the artwork, like it looks really intriguing and it looks like something that would be cool to experience with other people, right? And there's all sorts of other weird people walking around. Maybe you got some of the actual attendees that are all drugged up and they're doing their weird stuff. I don't know what they do, but it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah. Lots to see here. Again, it's kind of blows my mind just how much they've got going on in this thing. There's also 4 special stages and installations that will feature more than 20 workshops and lectures covering topics like spirituality, eco-living, health, and fitness. So, it's like Burning Man without the hardcore drugs, which I'm sure will be in use as well by the participants. But it's not like you can go into VR and find the dude that's holding, right?
Yeah, no, you're like, hey, even if you could, man, what are you going to do? You can't, send it through the thing. I know I'll have my Colorado stuff, but, that's about as hard as it goes.
No, I guess it is a week long. If you find the right guy, maybe he'll overnight you some shit and you can meet up the next day, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Just say, bring it to me, and then you could go to jail, and then you could, I'm just kidding. That's going way too far.
Anyway, this is awesome. I'm going to check it out. The Take Me to Your Burn Digital Festival will take place between 31st of August, starting tomorrow, through the 7th of September. So 8 days, Ruuts. 8 days this thing's going to be going on. And with the amount of art and entertainment that they've got lined up for it, I'm not surprised at all. I've bet they're not going to have any trouble filling out all 8 of those days.
Absolutely. And if this is something that interests you, join the Discord. I made a channel, I think it was for Mepper, and no one's used it yet, back in the day, but it was like something Wave social meetups. So like just go into the Discord, put that you're interested in doing this, and maybe we can get a group of people to go on there together. That'd be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I'll definitely be going in to check it out, and you're all welcome to join me. Again, in the description below, you'll find an invitation to our Discord. Be sure to click that, join up on our Discord, and we will coordinate on the Discord channel.
Absolutely.
But I bet a lot of those people who are regulars at the Wave, I bet they'll be in here. Like the what was the guy's name? Bandy Killer. I bet he's in here.
Yeah, Bandy Killer. I haven't seen him for a long time. I need to go back in there. I miss all those people.
He was actually he was there last time I went in. I went in the other day with Drew.
He's always
show him
there.
around.
He's one of those people we were talking about that's what he does. That's his VR. Gaming doesn't exist. I got the Wave, and now I've got Burning Man.
But yeah, as we were leaving, he showed up, and he sounded like he was drunk as he could be.
Really?
Yeah, he was out of it, dude.
Derail says he's going to go all out in total style for this Burning Man. He's going to go nude. He's going to go. Yeah, dude, you go free flowing, man. Just, don't record
it. He's got the idea. You say it's too hot to play VR. Derail says nonsense.
I'll tell you what, it was too hot last night, and I was dressed, but I was definitely not dressed as much. Let's put it this way: there's a reason why I went into Windlands 2 and didn't want to stream it, because I was like, it's too hot, man. So.
Anyway, I think this thing is awesome, and or it looks awesome. At least there's going to be awesome stuff in there, even if some of it sucks. Like, there's so much that they're putting in here. There has to be some good stuff in there, right?
It's free. I think even just walking up to that Burning Man and looking up at it would be pretty cool. But, I think the artwork will be cool. So.
Yeah, I think the artwork would be cool. I think if they have 30 bands, 1 or 2 of them have to be good, right?
Yeah, you would think so. But there's a lot of different types of music out there. So, you would be calling for rock. Cyan would be calling for trance. Somewhere you meet in the middle, right?
Exactly. Anyway, hit us up on the Discord. We're going to be checking it out this week. And yeah, looks cool. Somnium Space, free on Steam.
Yep.
Anyway, that's going to bring us into our weekly reminders, and we're going to start off as we do every week by reminding you all to join us now in real time as we help these developers out by wishlisting one of their games. This helps developers by raising the profile of their games, as well as letting them know that you're interested in it. So we had a few interesting titles on here today, Ruuts. I'm not sure exactly how much of this stuff we're actually going to be able to find in Steam, being that they're months away at this point.
Oh, yeah. Was it Wraith Oblivion, right? That's there. It's added to my wish list.
Yeah, I'm sure that one's probably already on mine.
Yeah.
'Cause I've been down from day one for that game.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that looks really good.
I agree. All right. So look, I want to try this Rhythm of the Universe Ionia. See if there's a page up for it yet.
Yeah, get a fancy avatar if you're going to go into the Burning Man.
There it is. Boom, Rhythm of the Universe Ionia. So I'm going to wishlist this because I think this game looks amazing. Like, I'm not saying that it looks okay. I'm saying that this thing looks amazing, and I think that it's going to be great, and I think I'm going to be sad when it's over, which will probably be about 15 minutes after I start it.
Probably, but it'll be amazing for the few minutes you do play it, right?
Oh, they've got blue man particle effects, Ruuts.
Wow, they got everything, dude. It reminds me, I need to go back in and play some Nog. It's been on too long. Talk about, 3D popping, right?
Yeah, man.
Les Marwick, Rec Room, dude. Rec Room is garbage unless you go with Like when we go in, like me, Wes, and Scion or something, we'll do a 3-man group. We don't deal with any of those lame ass people. Not in the games, because there is a lot of kids in there, a lot of weird people. But then you can go mess with people too. So
yeah, you kind of got to do private stuff. Well, that's the whole key with Rec Room is go do your own thing. Stay away from the general public.
yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Anyway, Ruuts, he wishlisted Wraith, the Oblivion, and I wishlisted Rhythm of the Universe, Ionia. Be sure to let us know in the comments down below. What did you wishlist this week? And that's going to bring us Ruuts to free stuff and killer deals. And we said it last week that it kind of alternates. You know, one week we'll have free stuff. The next week we'll have killer deals. Last week we had free stuff Ruuts. So this week it's time for some killer deals.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of good deals this week for sure.
Absolutely. It's Intel Gamer Days. So I think a lot of the stores are trying to do something for that, you know?
Yeah. Well, no, I was looking through all your list of stuff and I was like, man, there's a lot of good stuff in there. And that actually your reminder from about the Epic Game Stores reminded me to get Hitman because I want to play it before the third one comes out, right? And we talked about, we need to get Hitman. And then I forgot it was out. I do every week. And then Wes's reminders, literally Wes reminds his co-host to get stuff because I that's where I get my news from Wes. So
yeah, so that's how we start every week is with the free stuff, right? And Epic Game Store has a new game for us every week or two in some cases, today being one of them. And as Ruuts just mentioned here, Hitman happens to be the title this week. So a good opportunity for everyone to pick up Hitman because in the event that the Hitman 3 turns out to have PSVR support one day, you're going to be able to import this copy of Hitman into that to play in VR. And even if you don't do that, and maybe you just want to get a feel for the Hitman game before you play Hitman on your PlayStation VR, well, I mean, here's an opportunity to do that absolutely free. $60 game Ruuts, free of charge.
yeah, and maybe you just want to be like Ruuts and you just want to look at this really big library you'll never use. It feels good, Wes. I mean, actually, I've been going back and playing a lot of these flat games, just for whatever reason, streaming them or just because I want to play. And I know this is a perfect example. We're thinking about, or we're going to be doing some GTA 5 online, a bunch of us, right? But Overgees doesn't own it because he didn't pick it up from Epic Game Store. But now that week is gone, bro. It's lost. So if he wants to join us, he's going to have to buy it. So my advice is just pick them up every week. And then if you do need it, you'll have it. If not, it'll be in your library forever to never be used. So
right. It's free, right?
It's free.
Yeah. Again, like I said earlier in the show, you know, the Vorpex Helix Vision has kind of given me a new lease on life when it comes to these flat games. So I got to imagine Hitman's probably going to be awesome if I played in Helix Vision, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know it's definitely going to be amazing. And one of them, I would imagine, Technoglitch asks, it says Hitman's not coming to PC, question mark. We presume it is, but I mean that no one's actually said it, right? It's never actually been said coming for sure, right?
Yeah. As of right now, the game Hitman 3 is coming to PC. It's the VR support that's in question. And right now, the only thing that's been confirmed is PlayStation VR for that. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not just a timed exclusive and that later on down the line it could come to PC. We don't know, but it's a possibility, and really only time is going to tell.
Yeah. Yeah, I think flat gaming is a good palate cleanser. Sometimes you need to take a break from VR for a little bit to really appreciate it. You go back in and everything pops again, right? So that's what I usually use the flat gaming for. And I know a lot of people in VR it's just been too hot, especially for people like Jim Hall, and he's ready to get back in, but it's got to cool down a little bit, right? So.
Yeah, I certainly feel for people who don't have the air conditioning to be playing VR right now. I don't know what I would do, Ruuts.
Yeah, now I have it. It doesn't work as well in this bedroom up here. So and then I gave away the AC unit that I did get. So,
but anyway, Epic Games Store not only giving away Hitman, but they're also giving away the Shadowrun collection, which is like 3 or 4 different titles. Again, like a $50 value, absolutely free on Epic Games.
yeah, I picked that up. I didn't even know what it was, but it could be a really good game, you know? So,
yep. Shadowrun been around forever.
Has it?
Yeah. PlayStation Plus games for August. Once again, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, as well as everybody's favorite game, Fall Guys. 2 days left to pick those ones up, guys. The games change over to the September games on Tuesday. So if you haven't claimed those yet and you are a subscriber of PlayStation Plus, now's the time. Last call, bro.
When is Fall Guys going to come to Epic Game Store for free or something? It's weird that it's PlayStation free. I would like to check it out, but I'm not going to buy that game. It's just not going to do it.
Well, I'm sure that your PlayStation Plus account is still active. All you got to do is go on there and claim it, and eventually you'll get to play it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Also on sale this week on the PlayStation Store, The Persistence, 25% off, Ruuts, $22. The Persistence, one of the best games in VR, period, whether it be on PlayStation or on Steam. Absolutely awesome game, and good price for it, $22.
Yeah, it's a good game. So good that it went to flat. You know, how many VR games can you say made it flat? That just doesn't happen. So
They did it, Ruuts. They made it.
they made it. They did it.
Humble Bundle with a very, very good VR sale going on right now. Just like title upon title upon title on sale. I didn't write them all down. I did write a few down. First of all, Until You Fall, $12. Worth that all day, right?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, we need to get back into that game, right? We got pretty far, and then I stopped for whatever reason. I guess other games came out, right?
Yeah. Coming to PSVR soon. Until the Fall.
Yeah.
Until You Fall.
Good game.
Ginny and Thaco, Ruuts. This game just came out. It just came out, and it's $20 on the Humble Bundle store right now.
Oh shit! Well, that's definitely a good game too. It's a game that we thought was $35, and found out it was 25. It was definitely worth 25, but for 20, that's definitely worth it, right?
Yeah. Plus, anything you buy on Humble Bundle goes to a portion of it goes to charity. So.
Yeah. Or you can give it to streamers. I think, right? Isn't that what? I don't know. Back in the day, I remember, was it Yogscast? Some people would give it to them as well. So I don't know how that works.
Not sure. Yeah, not entirely sure about that. Blasters of the Universe, Ruuts, the widely regarded, well, I wouldn't say it's unanimous, but by many regarded as the very best wave shooter in VR, $4.
Wow, that is really cheap, dude. And like you said, who doesn't love to shoot guns? It is really good. It's definitely worth $4.
Yeah.
I think I paid double that, if not more. So,
yeah, absolutely. Oculus Quest Store this week. Couple of decent bundles going on. These are, of course, timed. I think just this week alone, maybe, or maybe 2 weeks. I'm not sure. Audica is being bundled with Dance Central for $40.
Yeah, dude, Dance Central. I paid $40 for Dance Central, bro. You know, I haven't even played it yet. I know Alex played it, but I need to play it. And you're getting My Baby in there for $40. Holy shit, that is a good deal. $40. I mean, look at this Dance commercial. This makes you want to go play it for sure. Although I need to play it though, Wes, because it is well regarded. People that play it, even people that aren't into dancing games, they really say it's a good game. And it makes me wonder why I've not tried it. Why did I buy it? And then I'm just like looking at it in my inventory. I guess maybe I'm waiting for a because I said so challenge.
I guess. I think you should stream it.
Yeah, I should stream it, dude, because people got to see me dance when I was doing Audica. This is my dancing duo. Audica dance for $40. That is a good deal. So
yep, absolutely. Also, you can get Rush VR bundled with Freediver for $23. So not very much money there at all, Ruuts, and two very good games.
Yeah, this I haven't played Rush for a long time. I know wasn't Paradise Decay was really into this game for quite a while. Probably still is. Very fast racing game, right?
Yeah, I played it quite a few times myself. This one I really enjoy because it's like up to 8-player co-op, and can play it with my family.
Yeah, and then you get the added bonus of the story of Freediver, and one of the best swimming games we've, as far as moving around, it just feels really good. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that's even like is that the director's cut? I think that was the director's cut on Quest, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It was. So, and everybody says, there's no good deals on Quest. That's the kicker. This is Quest, and there's 4 good games right there for $63.
Yeah, Quest is starting to open up. Oculus starting to soften their curation process a little bit, allowing certain titles to publish on their store now off of side quests. Picking up titles from side quests, pretty cool. And finally starting to have some sales. There's always something on sale now, which wasn't the case for the first year.
Yeah, which makes sense because there was a limited amount of games, so why put anything on sale? People picked up everything, right? Like, right. Oculus has a new game, I'm getting it. So
yeah, absolutely. Oculus Rift Store also has a sale going on right now. Paranormal Activity: The Lost Soul, $10. Pretty good horror game, Ruuts. Among the best I've played on PC.
Yes, I know I've tried it. I don't remember much about it, but I need to get back in there and check it out if I don't remember. So
Groundhog Day, also $10 on the Oculus Rift Store.
Yeah, that was worth that. See, that to me is so weird because that doesn't seem like a game. Most people see it and they're like, this game's garbage. It was actually really good puzzle game, and for $10 especially, because I believe it was what, 20, 25, or maybe 30. Holy shit, yeah. Dude! Yeah, $30, dude. $10 hard. That's a no brainer for $10. For $30, I felt it a little bit. So
absolutely. And Vengeful Rites, a Mamefan special, $14, Ruuts.
Yeah, dude. I actually had to go back and look at this one again because I couldn't remember what it was. I knew it was a dungeon crawler. Not too many good dungeon crawlers out there. This is one of them. I think it's like, 3 or 4 of them. So,
yeah. I've never tried playing it, but it looks cool. A lot of updates recently to it as well. So, yeah, cool. $14, not much money.
Yeah, that's really cheap compared to what it was. I think it was $30 at one point.
Yeah. Steam. As always, a ton of titles on sale on Steam. Elite Dangerous, $7. Not my type of game, but a very popular VR game, and one that kind of always gets used as the litmus test for new hardware when it's being tested on YouTube. Everybody always goes to the Elite Dangerous through the lenses images.
Yeah, and, that's a cool game. There's a lot of learning to movement. I think I spent 3 hours learning how to take off, fly somewhere, and land. And I don't remember any of it, Wes. If I went back into this game, I would have to learn it all. So
yeah, it doesn't look very appealing to me. This type of cockpit flight game is just not. Maybe it would prove me wrong, like many games in VR. I go in and try them, and I end up liking them. But I don't see myself in it anytime soon. But $7 for it is a killer deal compared to what the normal price is. Normally, like what, $40, something like that.
It was expensive when I bought it. I got it probably in the first month I was in VR. So,
you know what else is a little bit tricky to get the movement down in? The downstream VR whitewater kayaking. We actually played this one way back when, and after you get used to it and learn how to do it, it's pretty fun, but it can be pretty tense and hectic for a while, right?
Yeah, we didn't do, if I remember correctly, we didn't do too well. I didn't do too well. Maybe it was just my memory of not doing too well, but I forgot this game. That's what tells me, man. There's so many games out there that we forgot and that were good games. They're not the AAA games that we're running into now, but they were good games in their own right. And now they're really cheap. So what a great time to come into VR. If you're just coming into VR, or maybe you've thought about downstream, but you weren't going to pay what it's been costing, but now you get a chance to play it. So
Yeah, absolutely. And again, a very high learning curve here, but you can get it. You just have to be persistent and learn.
yeah, well,
$10.
$10. And Corporate Zombie says Elite Dangerous literally requires a HOTUS to be amazing, though. And I think that's one of my I need a HOTUS. Like, it's the hole in my heart, Wes. I can feel it beating right now. I'm almost ready to go order one, but I was just looking while we were talking earlier, and literally the HOTUS is on Amazon. They're saying they're not shipping out till October 30th and shit, dude. I need it October 2nd. I don't need it a month after Star Wars comes out. I need it today. I want to run down to Best Buy and pick it up and play Flight Simulator.
I think you just spelled the plan out there, didn't you?
Yeah. Now I'm screwed. So I don't know. I guess I'll have to keep looking.
Yeah. Looking Glass, another one that we played, Ruuts. $2 for this. And in case you don't remember what Looking Glass was, it was a hedge maze, procedurally generated hedge maze / horror game that I enjoyed for the time that I played through it a couple of times. And it comes from an independent studio, Wakeless, I think was the name of the studio behind that one. And for what it was well done. Certainly worth $2.
Yeah, $2 all day, man. I can't remember what was the cost of it. It was like $6 or $8 or something, right? And it was cool for that, but for $2, it's definitely worth it all day long because it's not the most elaborate game, but it's something you could go in and have fun with. And it's only $2.
Yeah. It's procedurally generated, so every time you go in and it's a new game. You know, we can't beat that for $2.
Yeah. Gary says he's got the Thrustmaster HOTUS X. How do you like it, Gary, is what I'm asking. I want to know, because I don't even know what's a good HOTUS, man. I want a good one. Dude, I really opened my eyes just in the Flight Simulator was so cool with the controller. I think the HOTUS would make it even better. And then I don't think I want to play Squadrons without it. So I don't know what I'm going to do, Wes.
You're going to get a HOTUS.
I'm going to get a HOTUS. I think I'm getting a HOTUS. So,
another game that we were just talking about, Anderson just released, Ruuts. Like, I don't even think this game's been out a week yet. 33% off right now on Steam, $10.
Yeah, dude, Anderson. We're going to be talking about this on the Monday show. And you're going to hear, hopefully from Ruuts, you're going to find out how helpful Anderson is. He's the most helpful robot you've ever ran into, because as of right now, my experience with Anderson is he is not the most helpful robot. He's not helping me much at all. And I need help, Wes, because this is a puzzler. But I'll tell you what, this is brief, only been in 20 minutes, but it looked really good, Wes. For an independent game, I'm impressed, and I am looking forward to going back in.
Well, I'll let you know how I deal with that. And
yeah, when you pass it,
progress.
When you pass it, and I'm still sitting there stuck in the room like always.
Yep, I'll be sure to let you know what obvious thing that you missed.
Yeah, exactly, because that's usually what it is. Something really, really obvious.
How about Renlo, Ruuts? So Renlo just added in a couple of new levels as promised. In addition to that, numerous quality of life updates and visual updates to the game. $12.
And what was the original price? It was like $20, right? I think, or something like that.
No, I can't remember. 15 or 20.
15, yeah. No, I enjoyed my time in there, and I need to get back in and finish this story. You say they just added some stuff, huh?
Add a couple levels to it and a bunch of upgrades to the existing levels.
Ah, cool. Yeah, this is a game to definitely keep your eye on. I was impressed with what we played of it, and I can just see it keep getting better and better over time.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a game that gets better as you go, and I'm interested to see what they've added into it. Ruuts, I mean, we're almost to October, which I think was their target to complete it. And they're coming through, living up to their promise, adding in the levels that they said they would.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that's going to bring us to Viveport Infinity, Ruuts. And we say it every week. They can't keep it up, right? They can't keep adding titles every week to Viveport Infinity. Guess what they did this week, Roots?
I think they added some titles.
They added some titles. Added 3 this week, actually, instead of 2.
Oh, wow.
Of course, Jupiter Grot, we were talking about, again, scheduled to talk about on the Wednesday, Monday show this week. Hopefully we can get that running so that we can talk about it. Looks like an awesome game. The Room VR, a Dark Matter Roots, has come to Viveport Infinity.
Yeah, I need to try this, man. Now, we've actually had access through Steam for a long time, and people really rave about this. I mean, I'm not the most escape the room type of person, but like I said, I've only heard good things about this, so I need to check it out.
Yeah, it's another one on my backlog, fairly high up on my backlog, actually. Again, another kind of dark themed escape the room type game. I love playing these types of games. And this one seems like it might actually be the best one that we've had in VR to date. So definitely high up on my list and free of charge with Viveport Infinity.
Yeah, what a better way to play it. Now, Mr. Chip says he's a stupid new VR guy, which I disagree with. You're just new. With the Quest here, what is the best way to transition from standing mode to seated mode on a Quest? If I wanted to hop into Tetris Effect, does he have to recalibrate or just sit?
Normally, you recalibrate with it the way you would with anything. The right menu button, if in most games, all you have to do is just press and hold that button in for 3 seconds, and everything will recenter around wherever you're at, whether you're sitting or you're standing. But it's not that difficult to do. Generally, you'll sit down and then start the game, whatever it is. And after you start the game, most of them recenter you automatically anyway. But even if it doesn't work and it doesn't automatically recenter you, just hold in the right menu button, and in most cases that'll correct your positioning.
So yeah, I knew you're Mr. Sit Down, and that sounds like it's really easy. And I'm impressed with the fact that you're bringing up Tetris Effect. You're new, but you already know one of the best games to play on the Quest. And Mepper is currently playing through the VR room right now, or Room VR. He's currently in the church. And so I'm kind of, I don't know, man. I want to go in there now. I want to know about this church, Mepper. You're going to have to tell me sometime, or I'm going to have to play it.
See, the last escape room that I played was, it was called VR Escape Room. And I forget, it had like a subtitle. We talked about it on here. I forget what the subtitle of it was, but I was in the church as well. And inside this church, I found a hidden shrine to Dracula. So,
yeah, I remember you telling me about that. How cool, right? Like the real Dracula family, right?
Yeah, the actual Dracula, like the real life Dracula. So hopefully you're not in that church, Mepper, because it's a sketchy place.
It makes you wonder, man, because I saw this game and I didn't I'm not a Mason. I'm not, even though we throw the 33 out there, I'm not a Mason. I just throw that out there right now. And it was like had something to do with the Masonic temple, right? And you could go in there and like you could go to places if you knew certain things, and like it was almost like it was a virtual way to do whatever they do. And I thought that was kind of weird. Like, how do we know that there's not a Dracula place to go worship Dracula, man? Like, you know where that is? You can go in there, bro. You can like invoke some spirit. Very weird.
Yeah, certainly strange. The shrine to Dracula.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jupiter Grad, The Room VR, 2 solid titles coming to Viveport Infinity. What could the third title be? Roots. It's Pangman. Hangman, did you say? No, I didn't say Hangman. I said Pangman. Roots, this one just kind of dropped from out of nowhere, Pangman. I had no idea that this thing was even coming or in development or even a thing. But this is from Ivanovich Games, Roots.
Oh, wow. It's
this
a real
game. This is
game.
from the developer.
Wow.
I'm sorry?
It's a real game. I didn't see Pangman on there. That makes me wonder what it's about.
It's from Ivanovich Games, the developer who brought us touring carts, Operation Warcade. Pangman is an arcade-style shooter with something crazy like 150 levels or something in it, and with up to 8-player multiplayer.
Wow. Well, it definitely sounds intriguing. We're gonna get a look at it here in a second if it'll download. But I never heard of Payman. I didn't even see it on the list. Somehow it missed my thing. I thought you were coming up with some Viveport weird title. But if it's from Ivanovich Games, it must be somewhat good, right?
Yeah, that's the reason why I listed it on there, is because of the developer, and we know what kind of work they do. And it's another one of these titles where you're actually inside the arcade machine, like with Operation Warcade. You can look up and see the screen.
Nice. Well, we're definitely gonna. And then you said that just came out free with on Viveport today or yesterday.
A few days ago, yeah.
Nice. We're definitely gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, it's like Jupiter God. The day that it released on Steam, it also released into Viveport Infinity. And so yeah, this game just came out. No idea that it was even coming at all. And yeah, it's free on day one.
Yeah, we'll have to check this out. This definitely looks like a different game from Touring Carts, right?
Yeah, totally. And all of their games are different. Like everything they do is completely different than the last thing.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Well, it's free on Viveport Infinity. Another reason to have Viveport Infinity right here, Pangman.
Multiplayer too, Ruuts. Like we can play together.
Mamefan says Pang is an arcade game. Okay, so like this is like in Japan, this is like a big arcade game probably, right? So this is probably a huge release for some people.
Yeah. I'd probably somebody. I mean, obviously, Mamefan knows who it is.
Yeah, well, he knows everything though. Mamefan's one of the most knowledgeable person I know. Very, very, very informed.
Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, I'm looking forward to trying all 3 of those games out. I don't know, man. What do you need if you've got Viveport Infinity? What else do you need? I mean, seriously.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, for those new people now, this isn't talking to you, whoever called himself the VR noob, because Quest, unless you got a Quest connected directly to the link, it wouldn't help you. But Viveport Infinity is definitely one of the best tools for a new person to have, right, when they come into VR.
Absolutely. If you're using your Oculus Quest as a PC VR headset, if you have a PC that's capable of playing VR games, then you definitely want to subscribe to Viveport Infinity, because there are so many great games on there already. And I mean, what is this, like 8 weeks in a row now that we've added multiple games to that list? Good games.
Yeah, games that we were going to get anyway or want to play anyway at any rate, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. Like literally amazed at how much they've added to it, and they continue to add to it. Blows my mind.
You know what blows my mind is the fact that we're not sponsored by Viveport Infinity yet. I mean, it has to come, Wes. Like, we're just throwing this. We're giving you money, Viveport. What the hell, bro? But no, seriously, it's definitely worth every penny that, you know. I mean, just trying games, you know. You don't know if Jupiter Grad is good. Like me, you try it, you think it is, you want to give the devs the money, so you buy it. That's what I did. It's just a great tool. So. Or
if you download some first-person shooter and you get in there and you just can't get into it because there's no recoil, then you know, no worry, you can just uninstall it and go on to the next game.
Yeah, exactly. No harm, no foul.
I mean, all these trash generic games like Medal of Honor, you know.
Yeah, Medal of Honor, that piece of trash, dude.
Anyway, I think that's going to wrap us up this week. What did you think? Be sure to let us know in the comments down below. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to stay up with all of our content here on the Virtual Strangers channel. For those of you who would like to do a little something more, of course, you can support us on Patreon, where for as little as $3 per month, you can gain access to our weekly show notes, as well as the always awesome Money Show. And we've got another one of those coming up very soon. I think we're going to record it this week, next week, Ruuts?
Yeah. This next week would be great with your time off, right?
Yeah. So we'll do at least one. We might even do two. For those of you who don't know, the Money Show is where Ruuts and I play some co-op game, but instead of just playing and talking about the gameplay, we talk about the issues. We talk about the VR news while we play, and it's really cool. Sometimes funny because some hectic, tense situations going on, and we're just casually talking about the news. Definitely worth a watch. Definitely worth $3 a month, right?
Yeah, definitely for sure. And if you want to support us as well, plus they get your notes. And we'll be adding stuff as time goes by. But we appreciate everybody that watches, subscribes, likes, shares. You're all important. So
yeah, absolutely. We love all you guys, and we appreciate every click.
Yep.
Anyway, with that said, friends, we'd like to thank you once again for watching, and for Ruuts, I'm Wes.